All right, it was an instant classic that probably should have ended like 15 minutes earlier when Kevin Durant appeared to go with a little, it was hesitant, but appeared to go with a Chris Webber. But hey, karma, the basketball gods, it's all real as OKC gets the foul call with 2 seconds left. Kevin Durant hammered him. Shai Gilgeous Alexander hammered Shai to foul out. But kind of ironic that that's how the Thunder win it. Shai goes to the line. He'd struggled all night from the free throw line, 10 of 14 overall, and knocks down 2. That's how it ends. 125-124. Alperen Sengun leads the way for Houston with 39. Rockets are massive. What impressed you most about this comeback from OKC?
I mean, it's just we saw it all last year. They're not with Jalen Williams. We actually saw the other Jalen Williams tonight. Didn't have that on my bingo card whatsoever. We had Hartenstein foul out. Chet Holmgren fouled out. Everybody was fouled out. KD fouled out. But just their tenacity, and they're not shooting the ball well. They shot, I think, 25% from the 3-point arc. Shai could not find it from 3, 1 of 9. And they just keep battling, man. They're scrappy, and they were playing super small. The amount of times we saw Caruso, the bald Mamba, guarding Sengun is ridiculous. And he did his best, but Sengun came out on top, of course. But, I mean, they're just scrappy, man. Like, they don't the way to beat them is to force them to shoot threes like they did tonight, and they still couldn't get it done.
Yeah, Rockets they're impressive, man. They have tons of playmakers. I mean, you look at Amin Thompson, you look at Durant in the ISO, Sengun on the block is able to really facilitate. He's a great passer. And then when he's hitting threes like he was tonight, the final numbers for Alperen Sengun, 12 of 24 from the floor, 5 of 8 from 3, went to the line 11 times, hit 10 of them, had 11 rebounds and 39 points. Sengun was the best player on the floor tonight. He looked awesome, man.
Yeah,
Dirk, maybe. They were saying Dirk. Reggie was like, is
Jokic,
that Dirk Nowitzki?
Yeah, he was doing everything, man. I mean, with that stat line, his footwork is just top tier. It's really hard to guard him, and he's absolutely gigantic. So there's not much you could do there. And when you're playing small ball against them, they're putting in Steven Adams and Sengun, the Twin Towers. It's pretty tough to defend that. So the Rockets are going to be just fine. I think the only thing with them is figuring out Amen Thompson's playing point guard right now. Certainly hasn't played that in his NBA career, at least. I know he's done it in high school. Hey, this ain't high school anymore. I think that's where they struggle a little bit. And it's his first game, right? We'll see how that, comes to fruition. Reed Shepherd, I thought, looked okay. He missed some shots that I think he'll make down the line, but it's really that point guard spot. And getting KD, he's obviously going to make shots, but facilitating for guys like that to get the ball.
It's not a good shooting team, straight up. And Durant going 0 for 4 doesn't help out. Jabari Smith, 2 of 6. That's about what you expect. He's 35% for the most part. Thompson, 0 of 7. That kills you, but that's Amin Thompson, man. He's now a point guard that cannot hit the 3 ball. Every other part of his game, so elite. Facilitating, just beating people off the bounce, the high-rising athleticism, monster in transition, unbelievable defensively, whether it's, on ball, off ball, transition D. Like, he's got the full package, but 0 of 7 from 3 is not going to get it done. Sengun goes 5 of 8 from deep. But look, this is a team that went 28% from 3 on the night. And that's kind of like what you expect from Houston, man. Like, Van Fleet was their shooter last year. He's no longer on the squad. They really got to get Reed Shepherd going. And if it's not him, they're just going to have to win games by not hitting a lot of threes because they really don't have the personnel for it. Tari Eason, 1 of 6, 3 turnovers. He really struggled. Rockets have to get him going. And then aside from that, they just don't have a ton of depth. Thunder, meanwhile, we're bringing off, Aaron Wiggins had 10. Jay Mitchell looked awesome with 16 points. So they had the depth in today's game. And overall, just more guys step up. It was really Durant, Jabari Smith, Sengun, and Thompson, the 4 dudes that brought it for the Rockets. And Steven Adams with his 13 rebounds. He did his job for sure. How crazy is it? The Rockets are starting an average lineup of 6'10".
It's insane. I don't know. Is that the tallest NBA lineup in NBA history.
Ever.
I feel like it's got to be.
It is.
We'll see if Amen Thompson stays at that starting point guard spot. I don't know if that's going to work out long term. They don't have a ton of options, like you mentioned. Possibly packaging some of the young guys, like Atari Easton. I think still has a ton of value. He played terrible tonight. I know we're Tari Easton guys, but he looked really lost on the offensive side. Still brings it on the boards in the defensive end, but being that big, it certainly helps. If you can't shoot threes, though, it's tough. It's tough to win in today's NBA if you can't shoot from the perimeter. Hopefully, you'd like to think some of these guys are going to knock down some more open shots because they were getting good looks against a fantastic defense in Oklahoma City. I mean, it was coming down just to a back-and-forth shootout at the end of the game, and OKC could not get a stop to save their lives. A lot of that had to do with Sengun, but, I mean, no slouch in OKC as we saw them win the title last year, of course.
It's crazy that Chet Holmgren doesn't get talked about nearly in the same light as Shai Gilgeous Alexander. And obviously, Shai, the MVP, the finals MVP, it's obvious why Chet doesn't get the same chatter. But Chet was originally the bigger, way bigger prospect, way bigger. And he's still got a lot of time to develop into one of the better bigs in the NBA. Has suffered from some injuries throughout his career. But today, 28 points. 7 rebounds. I think he hit his first 5 shots and maybe hit the team's first 4. He really set the tone, I thought. Oklahoma City, I mean, this is the least polar take of all time, but they're dangerous, man. They're a dangerous team, to say the least.
Yeah, I know every time an NBA team wins a title, everybody goes like the next year, they go, oh, how could they possibly not win the title the following season? We did it with the Milwaukee Bucks, for example. Like there's the start of a dynasty here, but nobody had it like this Oklahoma City Thunder team. I mean, there's guys that aren't even playing at their prime level yet. In a Jalen Williams, in a Chet Holmgren, even like a Cason Wallace, you can anticipate those guys to get even better.
They didn't even have J-Dub tonight, man.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't even have – and I think Houston's going to be like a top 3 seed in the West. I mean, they're certainly no slouch. They got guys everywhere, and they seem to develop, like you mentioned, their bench. They just keep getting guys out of nowhere, like A.J. Mitchell coming in. He looked really good with 16 and kind of just didn't play anymore after that during the crunch time that lasted about, 2.5 quarters, it seemed like. So I just don't really see a scenario unless some wacky injury happens that we're not talking about Oklahoma City as the favorite to win the NBA championship and kind of having the pathway to do that moving forward.
If you want Rockets and Thunder content all season long, smash that like, smash that subscribe, let the algorithm send NBA After Dark your way after dark or the morning after the games finish, updating you on the association all season long. Appreciate it. Beat the Rockets 125-124 on their ring, on their banner night. Big night in OKC as they win in double OT.